300 at a time. So the stock you see is actually the print, not the coffee itself. So we print these bags, which take like a month to 6 weeks. That's why it took so long to restock. We didn't expect Ian to sell out so much. People really love that graphene dream. They want to experience those dreams, Ian.
Will, you are right now.
I don't know if people want to go to that whatever world you're in. Also, don't forget to head over to boonieshq.com and pick up the latest 28th Amendment skateboard. This one's for all the chicken people out there. And if you are not one of those chicken people, then, oh boy, you're missing out. The 20th Amendment, chickens being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep, bear, and breed chickens shall not be infringed. And you can pick up that skateboard over at boonieshq.com. But I got to tell you, everybody's trying to buy the right to arm bears. This one surprised us. It's a grizzly bear wearing a flannel, a straw hat, and brandishing a shotgun. And we've sold like 160 of these boards in the past month. People love this one. Also, don't forget, head over to timcast.com. Click join us right there. Become a member. Support our work directly. All of this is possible because you guys are members. And you'll get access to the uncensored members-only show coming up at 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Not so family-friendly, but always fun and funny. And you as members can call in and talk to us. So get in now and join over 20,000 other people all hanging out, discussing the news, calling out the fake news, calling out the lies, and shattering that narrative. Become part of the movement. Go to timcast.com. But don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Share the show with everyone you know. Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more, we got Nick Shirley.
I'm excited.
Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm an independent YouTube journalist, go all across the world, whether it be the jails in El Salvador or the streets of New York City talking about it.
Wow. I've seen some of your clips where you're like asking people, and it's like a very dry thing like this, and then you see people sometimes freak out.
Yeah, I just ask people stuff and let them explain. They either make themselves look really good or make themselves look really bad.
Isn't it crazy that you can just do journalism? Like, you can just show up and ask people the questions.
Yeah, I mean, there's an art to it. Like,
right.
There's some ways you gotta do it, but yeah, it's pretty amazing. I love just going and talking to people.
Right on, man. It's gonna be fun. Thanks for joining us. We got Ian hanging out.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Thanks for having me, everybody. And also shout out to everybody that picked up a bag of Graphene Dream. That's super cool. Keep it up. That low acidity coffee is another beast. Once you have it, you realize, oh, I can on top of that. A lot easier. And also, I want to thank Michaela Peterson. She sent us with her company FullerHealth.co this product called After Party.
What is it?
It's dihydromyricetin. It's an herb, or it's a chemical derived from Japanese raisins, and that they've used for years, even centuries, millennia, as like an herbal supplement for like a hangover cure. I think a lot of people use it for that. So
I have a
tell me, not drinking at all. It's the best cure. Yeah,
there you go.
Don't mess up. It's the best solution.
Drinking is a young man's game. I'm almost 40. I'm not going anywhere near.
Yeah, I don't really drink either. But regardless, Michaela, thank you so much for sending this to us. Michaela Peterson. It's FullerHealth.co. That's FULLER health.co. Thanks again.
They should buy you for that.
You will.
What's up, everybody? My name is Phil Labonte. I'm the lead singer of the heavy metal band All That Remains. I'm an anti-communist and a counter-revolutionary. Tim, let's go.
Here we go. First, we'll start with some updates here. We have this from Forbes, California wildfire live updates. Officials say 5 dead as fires expand. We have this map here from fire.airnow.gov. Take a look at these fires that we have in the LA area. So you've got, this is the Hearst fire up north. It looks small relative to the others, but it is still very massive. And you can see it is dipping down into residential areas. So hopefully people are taking that seriously. Over here you have the Eaton fire. There's actually now, I think, maybe even 7 different fires in the area. Although these are the major ones. You can see this. This is the Eaton fire. And it is spreading crazy. Altadena, look at this. All of this residential area stuff just being wiped out. This is crazy, man. And then, of course, we have Pasadena, which is the bulk of this. This is the Pacific Coast Highway. Absolutely not. Stretching into Malibu. This is crazy. I mean, let me see. I got this photo here. Take a look at this. People are just saying the Palisades are gone. The houses are just gone. This is absolutely insane. And the worst thing about it, it is, and it was, preventable. Now we're hearing that they've been evacuating more of Santa Monica, and you've got people down in Marina del Rey, which is just south of Santa Monica, getting very worried because with 90-mile-an-hour winds blowing in, this fire may be unstoppable until it just burns itself out, whatever that means.
If this goes to Santa Monica, I mean,
it's in Santa Monica. It is already in Santa Monica.
It's like the economic, it's not the epicenter, but it's like part 2 in Los Angeles. Like Santa Monica is like the entertainment #2 capital in the world next to Hollywood. So that is like I mean, and you could say the valley. The valley's huge. Santa Monica's a tiny little focused area of auditions and studios.
Entertainment that comes out of the valley.
Damn, dude. A lot of.
This is what people need to understand. You know, I know a lot of people who live in LA. You totally get this. People have been there. You get this. Los Angeles is tiny, but Los Angeles County is massive. And so when people talk about going to Hollywood or LA, a lot of these celebrities, they live in Santa Monica. They live in the Palisades. Some, of course, live in the Hollywood Hills, which is, you know, more up here or whatever. You've got West Hollywood, Beverly Hills. But the Palisades, this is why James Woods is living up there. It is common for actors and celebrities in Hollywood to be living in the Palisades. The fact that it's gone is just absolutely insane.
You ever drive the Pacific Coast Highway?
Of course, dude. I used to go like every weekend. We go to Malibu.
That drive through the Palisades up into Malibu is iconic. And now, I mean, obviously, you can rebuild it. But all those houses on the left is what happens is the road goes right up the beach. It's like basically right up the ocean the entire way. And then on the water, you're going north, if you're going west, but to your left is all these like houses. They have beachfront property. I bet they are.
Oh yeah, look, you can see them right here. All these houses.
They're beautiful architecture.
And they're on fire. Some of them are on fire, according to the...
A lot of them are gone.
Left. Right.
There's nothing left over there. And
well, this is PCH going into Malibu. It's not the same as Palisades, but a lot of them are burning, and you can see this. It's
and they haven't contained hardly any of it either. Like
yeah, I don't know. I saw
0%, some statistics.
Yeah, I think the last I saw on Fox News had 0% a couple hours ago, and that's insane. How? Well, someone tweeted that the humidity was at 0.78.
I mean,
that's crazy, dude.
It's super dry. There's tons of fuel on the ground, and there's the Santa Ana winds. Like, I was talking to a firefighter friend of mine that used to do these giant planes the fight fires, and he's like, look, even God is going to put this fire out. You know, and rains. That's if they had water and normal things they have to fight fires, but because of mismanagement by the mayor and well by the state, they don't even have water.
This has been going on for a long time, man. Because I was down in California 10 years ago, when they were dealing with the drought, and the only thing I heard was mismanagement. California's a desert. These kind of things are going to happen, and they have to plan for it, and they don't. And this is what you end up with. And now, it's crazy, but I think that the truth here is these wildfires happen every year in California. We see it's wildfire season. They've mismanaged the forest floor once again. The brush fires, they've mismanaged it once again. The only issue now is that it's in a major urban center with tons of people who live there, and these videos of people being trapped in their homes. You know, someone asked me, like, how do you get trapped in a fire? And I'm like, dude, the fire is traveling 90 miles an hour. You need to understand, with the winds blowing at that speed, you're sitting in your home, everything looks normal, then all of a sudden you look outside and you see fire sweeping across the trees, and then you go, whoa, I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. And so maybe you call 911 and say, hey, we're seeing fire sweep across it, get out now. You open your door, and there's an inferno in every direction. Some people end up getting trapped because of this.
Quiet.
Yeah, dude, there's a video of these guys running out their front door, and the trees, the regular trees, are burning embers. Just like this tree was alive, and now it's so hot, and the fire is so intense, the tree in front of your house is just literally a glowing ember.
You said that it was preventable. Now, and I think that's so. What I've heard is that PG&E, which is I think Pacific Gas and Electric, I don't know what the P stands for, Gas and Electric probably. They are in charge of running the power lines, and they tend to run them through highly wooded areas and don't clear out the brush. And because of that, the brush then can catch fire if like a power line goes down or if there's a spark. And that is reliant on, I don't know if PG&E is a government company, but it's supposed to be PG&E's responsibility, or it's the government is just allowed, because it's like, hey, we need power. We're not going to make you run a line all the way around the park. So yeah, you can run it through the trees. At what risk? And then now you're saying that also the diversion of the water, which has been going on since at least the early 1900s.
That's why they keep fighting. The diversion of the water doesn't really have a lot to do with why it may have started, whether it be PG&E, a PG&E line that broke. And
is that what they think caused it?
I don't know. I'm only addressing what he had mentioned, which it's possible, completely, totally possible. I've heard stories that PG&E decided to not clean out the areas beneath the wires because it was not cost effective or whatever, that it would be less to talking about pay lawsuits or whatever, but I've heard that it was PG&E's fault. But at the end of the day, the state doesn't allow people to clean up or doesn't do anything to clean up the downfall of branches and brush. So at the end of the day, it does boil down to it's the state's fault. I think because they're the ones that are supposed to be prevent this stuff.
California is an example of extraction. This is what happens when a beautiful state with some of the best weather, and it's massive. You go up north, you got mountains, you've got skiing and snowboarding. You go south, you got beaches. This is what happens when over a long enough period of time, good men do nothing. The government eventually gets taken over by people whose only intention is short-term extraction. When I was living in Los Angeles, everybody said NIMBY, not in my backyard. So they have what is described as it is the worst homeless crisis for the developing world in Los Angeles. And you'd ask everybody, why can't one of the wealthiest cities, counties in the country do anything about it, even though they spend $1 billion every year? And it's because the $1 billion goes to what they call the homeless industrial complex, where companies, nonprofits, and manufacturers take the money for themselves, don't solve the problem, and then when it comes to actual either institutionalization or affordable housing, every single well-to-do liberal type in LA goes, not in my backyard. So it never ends up getting done. Over a long enough period of time, as politicians simply extract, they tell you what you want to hear, they pass policies that increase their personal benefit, you get this. It is horrifying as management. And you know the funny thing is, when you zoom out to the macro and you look at red states and red cities, you don't see it. We covered this a few years ago. You had per capita crime, all blue cities. And then when you, well, how come all of the highest crime cities are Democrat run? And they try and argue, well, it's because they're bigger. And I'm like, yeah. That doesn't mean anything. The question is, why are bigger cities more likely to be Democrat, and why are they full of crime? And if you want to argue, because they're big and full of crime, we're talking about Canada. So you take a look at West Virginia. Lower. Dark, deep red, regular working class people, crime is low. Lower on average. So I got to tell you, what I see with the Democratic Party, not completely, but leaning towards, you look at the state of California, you don't need me to give you any examples. How is it possible that they don't manage their forest floors, that their fire hydrants ran out of water, the reservoirs weren't refilled, and the mayor is in Africa?
Yeah, that is crazy. She's not even there when it's all going on.
I mean, I guess she's...
Africa. Like, what's she doing in Africa?
I guess she's flying back, so...
And aren't they understaffed on their, the firefighters as well?
Because they were too concerned about hiring too many white firefighters. 2 years ago, they reported there were too many white firefighters.
Whoa.
You saw that story?
I didn't realize. No, I didn't see that. I didn't realize that there was a DEI.
Yeah.